Hello, everybody, and welcome to a world of assassination in 2016's Hitman trademark. This is the latest in IO Interactive's Hitman franchise, which many people basically thought was dead after Absolution took the series in a weird direction, but then this game happened, and it's real good. It came out last year to a little bit of controversy because Square Enix decided to chop up the contents of the game and release it piecemeal as an episodic title, but a lot of people didn't have a lot of faith in that. But as it turns out, the episodic model worked incredibly well for this game, and it's really good. Joining me for this is, as usual,
Hello, Fed. How's it going?
Okay, so this is actually my first Hitman game, but I've had a lot of fun playing it. How much have you played the Hitman series, Jabbo?
I played a lot of Absolution, which is probably going to get me a little bit of flack, but other than that, I've kind of been silent on most of the Hitman games.
Oh, okay then.
But I don't know, it's hard to go back to some of them, you know?
Yeah, the older games look a little dated.
Mm-hmm.
Also, as an aside, since this is the first thing of the game we're actually seeing, that text should say 20 years ago, but that's just a minor detail. Anyway, this is Mr. 47. Just dropped off on this helipad on this mountain.
This is definitely the Swiss Alps.
I really like how this game starts, actually. Like, just being dropped off here, because where the progress is behind Mr. 47, but you can't actually go that way unless you can demonstrate that you know how to move both Mr. 47 and the camera. It's a really subtle tutorial, but I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Very effective.
Majestic, isn't it? I'm Diana. I'll take you to your quarters.
I mean, like, it's kind of a gimme for most people who've played 3D video games, but if this is, for some reason, the very first one you've played, well, you're not allowed to move on until you've demonstrated that you know how to navigate 3D space.
Hey, everybody's got a first game.
I know, but I find I'd be a little weirded out if this were someone's first 3D game.
You also need to know yourself. I'm working.
Agent 47 displays that he's watched G.I. Joe before.
Hardly textbook, but I suppose field work never is.
So anyway, this prologue here is actually set in between, I believe, the prologue mission of the first game, Hitman Codename 47, and its first actual mission. We're seeing his initiation into the ICA,
We are here. Basic training starts at 0600 hours.
which is, I'm honestly a little surprised it took him this long to show that. But, you know, details.
Alright, Chaos, we're gonna play a little word association here. If I said ball,
Choose him.
May I inquire why?
Explosive.
Ball.
And unresponsive. No doubt.
Perhaps
Tiny.
there's a possibility where others
Ball.
see temptation. Isn't that what a handle does, sir?
Kirby.
We'll see.
Kirby.
Kill Miss Burnwood.
A goddamn expensive vacuum cleaner.
Does. He's not sharing.
We will check
Okay,
up on this story.
what if I said rubber duck?
In the meantime, keep an eye on this watch.
Proximity.
Good. I'm just gonna jot these down here.
Your first mission originally took place in Sydney, Australia. The target was Calvin Ritter, also known as the Sparrow. Master thief for hire, specializing in rare
So, are
and
sparrows known for being
already
thieves?
heavily infiltrated Ritter's
I thought it was crows,
during
but
social
I don't know.
and discreetly eliminated him without any of the guests noticing. Now you will do the same. Oh, and don't worry about the training operatives. All weapons are simulated. Good luck, Initiate.
So somehow this organization has gathered 100 people to get on a fake boat and guard a fake boat area.
They're all actors, don't worry. Anyway, now that we're in gameplay, I feel free to explain that Hitman is a wide-open stealth sandbox game where you're given an objective, usually kill someone, and You just have to figure out how to get there and how to do it. So, paramount to that is getting disguises. So, right now, since we're in the very first mission of the game is going to railroad us into clearing this mission in a very specific way. So, right now, we just gotta follow the guide points. In this game, NPCs don't really hear your footsteps. So you could just sprint right up to this guy and he wouldn't notice a thing as he just works on this wooden engine. Also, if you're behind someone and you subdue them in some way, it will generally be silent. So don't worry about getting detected if you're behind someone unless someone is looking at you. But since we did just knock that guy out, we have to move the body so no one can find him.
You put on his clothes. That's a first.
You know, I'm gonna be really happy someday when Hitman is used as like the security guard training file.
That'd be pretty great.
Like, if you see somebody suspicious with a tattoo on the back of their forehead or back of their head, might want to pay a little attention.
But yeah, disguises are very important to getting around in this game because, as Diana just said, a lot of people just tend to see the uniforms and not faces. The people who do recognize faces are helpfully indicated by the white dot above their heads.
It's also important to note that each uniform or disguise you get grants you different levels of access, so to speak. So,
right.
So a police officer uniform might not get you everywhere that a mechanic's uniform might.
Yeah, like I'm actually about to just demonstrate that. So we have to go follow Mr. Ritter, or not. But we're not allowed to go upstairs. We're not allowed to go upstairs because we're a mechanic, and mechanics aren't allowed up there.
That's just racist.
So we need to get another disguise that is allowed up there. So...
I'm just gonna fix this meal, I guess.
Okay. So we're gonna take the yacht crew disguise, but first we're gonna make sure no one can find this body, even though I don't think anyone actually goes in the kitchen.
You know, it's a well-placed wrench.
Yeah, I was actually looking for the wrench so I could take it with me, but I couldn't find it. But then I realized, oh, it's in the pot. Okay.
It's perfectly calibrated. The meal has been adjusted to the right taste buds.
Anyway, I looked over there at the fire extinguisher and debated taking that with me, but I decided that I'd just follow this by the book. So now that we're a mechanic, we're yacht crew, we're allowed up here. But, Mr. Ritter will see through our disguise, so we have to go maintain a low profile by tending this bar.
Well done, Initiate.
For some reason, this prevents him from recognizing us, even if he were to look straight at us. As an aside, I do like how the basically everything in this mission looks like a wooden prop. I think somewhere in this mission are some documents that say that this whole ship was a set sold by Ikea or something.
Okay, someone needs to find that.
Yeah, I was looking for that, but I couldn't find it. But I'll have to go take another look later.
Like, you're doing a 100% run of this game, right?
We'll see.
We're doing a 100% up here. This.
Can I offer you a drink?
Oh, no thank you. No. Not before 6. My wife is very insistent.
Anyway, Mr. Ritter is meeting with this dapper young... I was about to call him a young man. This dapper gentleman.
With Mr. Whipped.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so... They're gonna go off to Mr. Ritter's office, so let's follow. Also, for some reason, when you leave that bar, the camera decides to just pan over to, like, the center of the deck, which is a little weird. Anyway, I'm kind of stuttering my steps because Mr. 47 walks a lot faster than everybody else. It's kind of annoying. So we just need to sneak into the office, and conveniently there is an open window right here.
Here, I'll pull the files for you.
Oh, this game has an autosave system too. In case you mess up, you can just roll back to a previous save.
Most of my
It also has a
clients
it also has a fairly generous save system in and of itself.
Yeah, you can make a save wherever you want.
Just a reactor, Mr. Ritter. It's more of a revolution. 50 years ahead of its time, maybe even more, maybe 75 or 100. I don't mean to boast, but whoever makes it to market first with this reactor.
So I'm not really sure what was going on with this meeting. I thought the Sparrow was an art thief, but now they're talking about like a reactor?
It's clearly the recipe to Crystal Pepsi.
Target is down. Now head towards an
Anyway,
Be advised
after a certain point, the game just tells you to kill Calvin Ritter, and you can't really do that cleanly without killing Mr. Norfolk, so yeah, just gotta do that, and now we gotta get out of here. We can't just leave from the gangway, though, because someone down there will spot us.
Collateral
So-
damage is such a shame.
Yeah. Diana doesn't actually say that unless you've killed somebody who's not the target. So I guess they set up the first kill like that, so to make sure that you would know that the ICA doesn't expect collateral.
Right, right.
Anyway, if we're a mechanic, we can just walk off perfectly fine, and that little door icon over there in the distance that we're coming closer on will signify where an exit is. Usually there will be like 2 or 3 exits per mission, maybe a couple more. For this first mission, there are 2 exits, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for our the training mission. It was a little guided, but maybe that won't be so bad when it comes time to play the actual game.
I told you he had talent.
47's cheating. He doesn't even have the blindfold on. Come on.
They could only be the result of previous training. Power like that, with no moral restraint. He could be dangerous.
I thought that was rather the point, sir.
All agents have weak spots, Miss Burnwood. Fresh
So,
agents to keep
be
you
honest, Chaos. They mocapped somebody playing a VR game on YouTube 4 years ago, right?
Perhaps
That's how they got
better just
47's movements here.
Give me a chance, sir. Give him a chance. will
I don't
take
know, actually.
responsibility.
I've heard they did some extensive mocap for Absolution,
show.
to the point where you can see like the minute movements of like everybody's tongues.
Welcome back, Initiate.
I feel like I need
As
to
an ICA agent,
replay Absolution now and look for that, but I'm
Come in.
gonna be honest here. It's a little disturbing if that was the case.
Anyway, so before we're allowed to actually move on, we're thrown back into the first mission again, except we're not guided. We have to go figure out another way of killing Mr. Ritter. So, the game has a very extensive challenge system that basically just kind of points you in the direction you may or may not want to go to for getting kills. So here on the table are a couple tools that are going to be really helpful, such as coins. Coins are really good in this game. They're an instant distraction tool. Just throw a coin and whoever's nearby will just immediately like forget about whatever they were doing and look at the coin.
Yeah, coins are pretty abusive in the Hitman series.
Yeah, like if you play Metal Gear, then they're magazines. Just throw them and distract people with them. Anyway, I'm gonna take this security guard disguise.
I love how nobody notices. Like I know it's a small thing to nitpick and stuff, but it's funny to me.
It's an AI quirk. Anyway, I'm throwing a coin over there to get that guard to come investigate, because there's a challenge if you get a guard to go find a gun. And well, I kind of just left the guard's gun over there for that reason specifically. Anyway, the lockpick is takes about maybe 2 seconds to pick a lock, and it's fairly quick, but if someone sees you doing it, then you will immediately become suspicious, and you don't really want that. I forget what I was looking for here, but we're just taking a little tour of the underside of the deck here.
Yeah, it's always helpful to explore in these games.
If you peek over here, then you can get a yacht crew disguise, but I would not recommend wearing it down here because yacht crew is actually not supposed to be down here.
It's fairly quiet on this side, though.
Yeah, but there's a handful of security guards, and they will get on your case if they see yacht crew down here. You know what? I was probably looking for the document saying that this whole set was from Ikea, but I couldn't find it, so whatever.
Clearly, someone put a lot of work into this.
Yeah.
We got this shit under control, man.
Man, I want a giant fake yacht from Ikea. That'd be a great party piece. Okay, so security's loud upstairs, but Mr. Ritter's bodyguard will see through the disguise, so let's not go immediately.
Security detail rules.
Nobody has ever said that. Ever.
So, one helpful thing this game does is, I guess certain NPCs will react to disguises you're wearing to tell you whether or not it's okay for you to be in a certain area. So that security guard that just proclaimed that security detail rules, that's because we're allowed up here. But if he was also the guy who told us that grease monkeys weren't allowed up there when we were a mechanic. So I decided to leave the fire extinguisher there because I had a plan for it. But for some reason the plan I wanted to do didn't really trigger.
I'm trying to figure out what your plan is.
Okay, well, this isn't going to come up for a really long time, but fire extinguisher explosions, like, if they are the thing that actually kill the target, then it's considered an accident. Even if you're the one who set off the fire extinguisher by, you know, like, blowing up.
Right. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, so I wanted to get an accident kill with it, but to do that, Mr. Ritter needs to go to his office, and for that to happen, Mr. Norfolk needs to go talk to him, but Mr. Norfolk never actually went to go talk to him.
Oh, what a jerk.
So, plan B, we're going to take this crowbar, or one of the two crowbars I have. You can pick up multiples of any item you find, by the way. Well, not any item, but most items. And, we're just going to drop this boat on him.
Also,
And,
you can also put an explosive there and use it that way.
Or you could shoot the boat a couple times. Any of those will work. But yeah, this helicopter here at the top is also an escape route.
Oh, so there's 3 then.
No, that was the second one.
Yeah, but there's a third one at the docks.
Is there?
Yeah.
Huh, I don't remember. Anyway, I'm just showing off that you can poison the wine too, to demo a couple other KO methods. The rat poison comes from downstairs, like on in a room right next to where that one mechanic was just kind of rolling paint on the boards.
Mm-hmm.
So the poison I found was just emetic rat poison, which just it just makes folks really need to vomit.
Move it, folks, move it.
So he's gonna go off and find a bathroom. Camera, stop doing that.
Is my cabin ready? Hello? That's rude.
Normally when people go off to vomit like that, they stop being able to be suspicious of you, but Mr. Ritter will always be suspicious, I guess. So yeah, we're just gonna follow him. We're just gonna follow him in here and drown him. This is considered a silent kill, by the way.
Oh, can't you hear the music in the background on this yacht? Should also be pointed out that absolution had, I don't know if they if it was a change specifically for Absolution and then changed back for this, but Absolution had a limited amount of focus you could use to
Oh yeah.
to determine who was able to spot you, who was an enemy, and so on.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot
Yeah, so
to mention.
the fact that they got rid of that in this game makes it infinitely better, because you can always choose to use your focus if you want to, and if that's your crutch, then hey, that's how you enjoy this game, whatever, do you. But
Yeah.
the fact that you don't have a limited amount also makes it easier for, players with maybe not the same skills, I guess, or the same knowledge of the maps and the gameplay.
Right. So yeah, this game has the modern game design thing, or like the modern game feature, where you can basically see through the terrain. Absolution had it too, but it had a really weird implementation where it was tied to a meter, and you burned up meter when you used it.
And you burned up meter real fast.
Yeah, and if you want more instinct meter, then you have to go do unstealthy things like take out guards or enemies.
Yeah.
It was a really weird design decision.
It was basically counter to what you would want to do in a Hitman game.
Yeah. So, right now, I'm gonna go steal Mr. Norfolk's disguise.
That was also a stealth kill, wasn't it?
Not a kill, just a silent attack,
Well,
because
yeah.
it was from behind. If you have a weapon and you attack from behind, then instead of like subduing, then you'll just bash them over the head with it. It's considered a silent kill. So if I were holding that fire extinguisher, I could just beat him over the head with it.
Just club him.
Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Norfolk is probably the best disguise to use here, because no one will actually care about you, because no one actually knows what you're supposed to look like.
Mr. Norfolk, we meet at last. So good of you to fly down. Shall we? Lead the way.
The organization said you were older, but... whatever.
Hey, I have no hair. Isn't that a sign of my age? Also, I think I might have gone a little too far ahead of Calvin over there.
Is nature calling? I'll be in my office. Come by when you're ready.
This is what I mean when I say,
Mr. Norfolk.
you walk way faster than everybody else.
Yeah.
It's really easy to lose or to break scripting if you go way too fast.
Mr. Norfolk.
Okay, I'm just making sure no one's gonna follow us in. So I'm gonna use the fiber wire to kill him this time. Just because I can, and because when you kill someone using the fiber wire, the game will automatically just put him into a drag state. So you just go make your way to like a body container.
Yeah, fiber wire is really useful.
Yeah. It's also considerably faster than just subduing. Anyway, that's about it for the first mission. So yeah, join us next time and we'll see the next mission.
And we'll get to kill a lot more people. Oh yeah. You're gonna do a run with guns loud, right? Like weapons.
Maybe not for the training missions, but
Ooh.
maybe for some of the later ones.